Alright folks, so this is going to be the second video in the playlist for numerical methods. So in the last video we talked about changing decimals to binary. In this video we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about changing fractions. And when I say changing fractions, I'm talking about changing fractions into binary. So this is very similar to what we were talking about the other day or in the previous video. And it's not much different. So as the title says, changing fractions to binary. So let's work with an example. Say we have a fraction and we have 0.85. So 0.85, let's say you were told to convert this fraction into a binary. How would you do this? So similarly, in the last example, we used the ladder method in order to proceed. In this, we will use a different method. So what you need to do for this type of calculation, in order to get a binary number, is first you need to multiply the number by 2. So if you multiply 0.85 by 2, you're going to get 1.7. Now you see, you get 1.7, but you don't want to actually take the 1.7 and work with the 1.7. Instead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out a 1. You're going to want to take out a 1 outside of that, and you're going to put into a bracket on the side. So this is basically saying that it will be 1.7 minus 1. You're going to put this new number here. It's going to be 0.7, which was the 1.7, subtract the 1, and you're going to start repeating the process. You're going to multiply this number by 2. Here you're going to get 1.4, and the same process is going to repeat. You just keep going down. So same thing repeats. Subtract the 1, multiply it by 2, and in this case we're going to get something a little different here. We're not going to get the 1. So here you're not going to subtract by 1. Instead, you're just going to put 0 because it's not greater than 1 or equal to 1, and you're going to work with the 0.8. You're going to multiply it by 2 again. You're going to get 1.6. The 1.6, you're going to subtract it by 1. You're going to keep repeating this process. And basically, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do a couple more. So 0.6 times 2 is equal to 1.2. Dot here. 0.2 times 2 is equal to 0.4. 0 here. And then here we're going to have 0.4. Let me just go ahead and erase that a little bit. We're going to have 0.4 times 2, and we're going to get 0.8 here. Okay, so you're eventually going to get to a step where it's going to start repeating itself. And when you get to the stage of it starting to repeat itself, you're going to conclude it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one more iteration. So 0.8 times 2 is equal to 1.6. So as you can see here, we're getting the 0.8, 1.6, which is right around this corner here. And we're starting to see that it's repeating itself. So basically, you can conclude that at this point, it's just going to keep going on and on. And you could basically conclude that this number itself is just going to keep repeating forever. Or, I don't know, this one might proceed to an end somewhere. But the way you read it is you basically start from the top, and then you need to make your way to the bottom. So if we start from the top, just as we did in the last video, you make your way down to the bottom. You draw the arrow like this, And then what you can say from here is your answer is going to be 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. And I didn't make these numbers up. As you can see, we're getting the 1 from the first one we put aside, the second one, and it just you just go ahead and the numbers you put to the side will become your answer. So you can go ahead and you can conclude that the binary representation for this fraction number is given by this number here, this number that we found, and you can conclude that this is your final answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, a thumbs up, and comment if you have any advice on future videos. Thank you.